Hello everyone, welcome to ST Model Cars. In this video, I would like to show you this 1/18 scale Mercedes-Benz AMG GT63 Coupe. This is the second generation AMG GT, and this is made by NZG. Price point on this, $125. As you can see, this is a fully opening diecast, and this is the official Mercedes-Benz dealer edition. So let me close everything up here so you can see how the car looks like with everything buttons down. Okay. There's a few colors that are issued by NZG. There's this gray one, there's a silver, and there's a matte blue and a matte white. And somehow I really like the combination on this gray car. One thing, this is a disclaimer. I'm in the process of actually exchanging this car from the seller. Reason being, and I don't know if you can see this from the video, but this door, this passenger door, is actually painted slightly darker than the rest of the car. You can probably see the transition of color, on the side view here between the door and the rear quarter panel. The door is just noticeably darker, and it might not show that well in the video, but when you see it in person, you can see the mismatched color. So I'm in the process of exchanging this car with a different one. That being said, I purposely want to show you this one just so you're aware when you buy this car, there's a possibility of this mismatch color happening. So just keep that in mind. Okay, let's take a closer look at the car. Looking at the headlight here, right, you have this three daytime running light, this three section of LED, which is kind of like the, give it that signature look for the AMG GT. And you also have the two LED projectors on the bottom, right? It's on the other side as well. You get the Mercedes logo here. Oh no, I'm sorry. You have the AMG logo here on the front, right on the top of the front fascia, and then you have the Mercedes logo in the front. This the grill, they're perforated, so the grill opening is real opening, and you can see the details behind it. So that's pretty neat. So then you got this two side fence here. Okay, let's take a look at the engine bay. So the engine, the hood mechanism, you have this two dogleg, but it's not too bad. It's pretty small, so it's not a huge dogleg. So I think that's acceptable. Underneath the hood, they painted this flat black, right? And here's the engine detail. This is a health engine. It's only the top part of the engines are molded, but it's actually pretty good. The reason I said that is because the engine bay is so packed, it doesn't look like there's like a void or an empty space when you can tell that this is only a half molded engine. Everything, is replicated pretty well here, right? You have the AMG logo, the Mercedes logo, and you have the AMG engine built in black here. You have the oil fill here, right? And I know it's a little bit hard to see maybe, but you do see some plumbing, some hoses underneath the underneath here, where my pointer is. Okay, so yeah, overall I think the engine detail is quite good, and it's helped by the fact in the real car that it's so full that it hides a lot of things. So okay, so looking at the side view here from the passenger side, right, on this the silver on the gray car, and on the blue car, they use this kind of this brushed aluminum finish on the window trim and on this vent here on the in the front fender, right? On the white car and on the silver car, this is all blacked out. So I normally like stuff blacked out, but for some reason I really like this combination of this brushed aluminum trim against the gray car. Okay, if you look closer here, you have the logo here, the V8 bi-turbo 4MATIC, right? And then taking a closer look at the wheels, right? You got the yellow brake caliper. It says AMG, and then you have the cross-drill brake rotor that spins with the wheel. So same with the rear as well. Okay. All right, now let's take a closer look at the interior. This has the panoramic glass sunroof. Okay. All right, let me take the camera off here. You can take a closer look at the interior. It's fully carpeted, and you know it's a black interior with carbon fiber accent right there. You can see in the center console, and it has the yellow stitching, the contrasting color yellow stitching, which is really neat. I think it's replicated really well, right? It's on the dash, it's on the seat right there. And here's the view of the door panel. You know, you have the yellow stitching on the top, right? And then you have the carbon fiber here on the door pull area. And then you also have the memory seat, you know, the seat control, the door pull handle, the speakers in silver, and you have this reflector light here in the bottom when you open the door, right? So I think the interior in this car is done really well. I really like it. You have the AMG door sill in the bottom, right? And here's the view of the seats. So you know, it has that bucket seat, and you know, it has the yellow seat belts and the yellow stitching again. So neatly done. I really like this. So okay, all right. Let me put the camera back here. All right, so let's take a look at the back. Now this, I would say, would be the weakest point of this NZG AMG GT. The taillight section, these are not lenses. These are just painted. And to me, this is, I don't know, this is just very disappointing. There are cars that cost less that execute the taillights better than this. It still catches the overall look of the AMG GT. Don't get me wrong, right? It still looks nice, but when you look at it up close, you know, all of a sudden it looks like very toy-ish, right? It looks like, you know, even like a $17 Maisto from Costco, you know, executes the taillights better than this. So this is, again, this is a song for me. But you know, ironically, the reflector here on the bottom, this is actually made out of separate lens instead of just painted. So, and you got the exposed quad trapezoid tailpipe there, right? And let's take a look at the trunk area. So you have the struts that supports the trunk lid. You know, the cargo area is actually carpeted, so it's actually quite nice. Okay. And here's the side view from the driver's side. Okay, and let's take a look at the interior from the driver's side. Okay, there it is. So again, you have that contrasting yellow stitching on the black, right? And you can see the dash there. You know, it has the printed IP, and you know, you see the steering wheel there with the Mercedes logo in the center, and all the controls around it. And you know, you can see from this side, you can also see the infotainment center. So okay. Yeah, pretty nice interior overall, I would say. I have to say. Let's take a look at underneath the car. So here's underneath the car. There's not much to see, honestly. The detail is okay, but it's probably true to the real car. So you know, I can't fault NZG for that. Okay. All right. So yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to post them in the comment section. And I much appreciate it if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel. You know, and I hope you enjoyed the review of this NZG Mercedes AMG GT Coupe. I will see you in my next video, and thanks for watching.